I need to share this. Uh-oh. How do I share this? Okay. Hello, 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 hello. This is your girl CJ at Go Forward, Live on Purpose. All right. How beautiful go-getters and purpose chaser. Are you living on purpose? Well, I have this insight today. Something I came across and I like to share with you all on the 4 important words of how we spend our time, on earth or here in life, right? And that is job, hobby, career, calling, and your calling. How can we differentiate or define these three in our lives? It might help someone. It actually helped me today, this week. When I discovered this online, I discovered like, wow, I need to share this on my platform. So I hope that it bless your heart. Well, it's actually understanding how we spend our time by looking at these 4 important words. And I just share with my children, and I want to share, maybe this might help someone. So please like and share my video. This is my first video, by the way, on the my Facebook page called Go Forward, Live on Purpose, and Go Forward, Fearless Go-Getter. All right. By the way, I'm CJ. I am a go-getter. All right, and I'm fearlessly chasing my purpose and trying to walk in my calling. So I like to help someone out there because I discovered this through my readings, and I hope that it can help you too. So firstly, I would like to hope I'm audible enough, but I like to share this all important thing about a book I read actually, and it was actually an insight I got from Elizabeth Gilbert. Okay, she talked on hobby, job, career, and vocation. Okay, so firstly, let's define what are these words. We define these words and understand how is it affecting our life. How are we spending our time? As go-getters, being fearlessly and understanding what is your calling. My main point here is: have you discovered your calling? What is your calling, and how are you spending your time in life? Okay, so the first one is hobby. So what is hobby? Hobby is something that you do for pleasure and for fun, right? You have hobbies. Hobbies help you, relax. It helps for distraction and curiosity. Actually, a hobby is something that you do in your spare time. So, for example, my hobby is listening to music, dancing. I'm not a good dancer, but I love to dance. So I dance, do my spare time for fun, for distraction, distract myself a bit about, hustle and bustle of life or whatever. And I also like to read and watch YouTube videos, motivational stuff. I never stop. It's like a habit that I don't stop. I can't stop. Every single day, the moment I touch my phone in the morning, I have a routine that I listen to motivational stuff. So that's my hobby. And also I also exercise and meditate. So what is your hobby? Now that's hobby. Now number 2 is job. Let's define job. What is job? As Elizabeth Gilbert said, a job is 1 second. Let me go to this on my computer. Job, you say you may not need a job, you may not need a hobby, but you absolutely need a job. Okay, this was written by Elizabeth. You need a job, right? We all need a job to make money. So job basically is something we do and trade our time for money. Okay, so your job don't have to be awesome. It don't have to be your career. It don't have to be something you are fascinated about. It's just something you do for money. That's job. Okay, so I define hobby. Hobby is what we do for fun. Job is something we do and trade for money. Okay, we do trade our time for money. So you don't mind. Don't beat yourself up if you don't like your job. Your job is something you don't have to like. It's just something you need to do to take care of your family. You need to support your family, so you have a job. Now, I will go to the next one, that is career. A career is different from a job, okay? A job is just a task that you do for money, like I said earlier. But a career is something that you build over the years with energy, passion, and commitment. Okay, for example, after high school, you decide to go to law school, and you practice. You study law, and then you start to practice. You start different steps before you can be a full lawyer, right? Or a doctor. Same way, you may have to work as a nurse or a physician somewhere there, and then before you can become a doctor. So that's career. Okay. So she went on to say that you do not need to have a career. Oh, I was like, really? Yeah, you don't really need to have a career. There's absolutely nothing wrong with going through your entire life having a job or having jobs and enjoying your hobbies and pursuing, your calling. So the definition career is just professional. It's actually a profession, right, that you do. So most of the time people get confused with these things. We are mixing everything up. I'm a purpose, by the way, I'm a transformational life coach, purpose coach as well for empowering women. So my main thing is that defining how we spend our time. In order to actually understand your purpose or know your purpose, you will actually need to understand these four important things in life. Okay, you have to understand how we spend our time, and that is hobby, job, career, and your calling. So another word for calling is called vocation. Vocation. Now I will go there and define what is a vocation. A vocation it comes actually from a Latin verb called vocare, meaning to call. All right, to call. So your vocation is a calling. All right, that is what your vocation is a calling strictly from the universe, strictly from God. It's not, happy weekend. Yeah, happy weekend, Royal Noosh. Thank you for watching. I'm doing my first live video on Go Forward, Fearless Go Getter. Yes, I'm a fearless go getter. I am a go getter, and I am passionate about abundance and purpose. So as I specialize in my coaching business, I actually want to help people understand these four important words in life four important words that can help us spend our time wisely while we chase our purpose. Okay, so now I will define the fourth word, that is vocation. The word vocation comes from the Latin one, like I said earlier, and it's actually a direct connection with the universe from God. All right, your vocation is about the relationship between you and God. That is a private vow. It's something that you are that something deep inside your soul that you feel there's a call deep inside you that you need to fulfill. So the other word for calling is vocation. It is spelled as VOCATRON. You can check it out. It's actually a Latin word for calling, and the definition of that word in English is call. All right, so all of us, we are born with a calling. The point of this video is actually to help us understand what is calling, because our calling helps us to move into our purpose. All right, living a life without purpose is a disaster. All right, you can have jobs, like I said earlier. Your hobby is for fun. We do those things for fun. For example, for me, my hobby is writing. My hobby is reading, dancing. I like to dance and, just do whatever in my little corner. I like, painting, because hobby is something you do for fun, relaxation, distraction, curiosity. You have, now lately, and your hobby can be changed too. Lately, my curiosity has been for art, painting especially. Okay, yesterday I was at school and we had painting class, and I was like, wow, I gotta buy a whole set of this. So it's a hobby where you use, it helps you calm, it helps you relax. So that's hobby. Now your hobby can actually be turned into a career or a job. Some people use their hobby to make money. So then job actually can be something that you just use to get money. Like, you can do any kind of job. If you ask someone, how many jobs have you done in your life? Some people have done worse job, different job. So your job don't really have to be awesome. It don't have to be cute. It's just something that we all need as human beings. Once you are living on this earth, you need a job. You need to be empowered. You need to take care of your family, so you need a job. All right. So do not confuse hobby and job, or career and your calling together. So then I will go back to career. Career is something that you are professionally, you professionally learn over the years experience. So let's just say for my own experience or my career, I would say my career, all right, my career is teaching and travel, right? I over the years with my experience, I have taught for over 10 years, and plus I work in the travel industry for over 5 years. Okay, so that is what a career. And I studied something you study, to learn professionally and have a career. Something you imagine, or that when you finish high school, most people, like, they ask, what do you want to be? So you imagine that you want to represent, you are trying, it's actually an interaction with the world, right? Not exactly with your higher self, but just with the world. You are interacting how you think the world will see you. So you might be imagining, oh, I want to be a diplomat, this is how the world gonna see me. So you get a career. And in the book of Elizabeth Gabor, she also said that you don't really need to even have a career. Some people live all through their lives just on jobs, making money. They got, maybe some people have 7-figure job or 6-figure jobs. They make the money, they're happy with that, and they just use the money to pursue their enjoy their hobbies, like travel if there's a hobby, and they use their job, funds or money what they get to build their calling. Okay, so they can skip the career part. Some people don't want to do that. All right, so you can actually also do that. If you don't want a career, you can get a job, but get a job. It's always important to get a job. Do not say I am pursuing my calling so I cannot get a job. All right, and your calling can actually be a career, which then you can actually generate. But your calling should not be the first thing, the foremost thing that you think about in terms of money, because it's actually not money related. It's actually with your higher self. There is something you feel deep inside you that you are called to do. There's somebody that needs you. And then specifically to say that vocation or your calling can be inspired by hate or love. What am I saying? Hate or love, meaning some people discover their calling, because they love. I feel this love in my heart. Okay, like right now, I feel this love in my heart to speak. What I'm doing right now is my vocation, is my calling. I discover my calling, and I know that I have to do this. There's something deep inside of me. I have to speak. All right. So I was listing my own, and I discovered that my calling is service. To serve people, to help people, help inspire people, encourage people to do better. I want to talk, all right? Talking, that's me speaking. I want to talk about Jesus. I want to talk about God. I want to talk about my experience with life and help people testify about what God is doing in my life. So that is my vocation. And I also love to write. So you can have more than one calling you feel, and deep inside you can have more than one, So I like to write. I like to serve people. I like to inspire people. And what I'm doing, I want to speak. I want to tell people something, that can help them grow, So that is vocation, your calling. All right. So what is your calling? What is your hobby? What is your job? What is your career? We have to differentiate that so that we can have a balanced life, because most of the time people just beat themselves, they beat themselves up thinking like, oh, I'm so unhappy, I'm in the wrong place, oh, I have this crappy job, I don't like my job, why am I here? And you want to quit your job. I'm just telling you that you are not doing the wrong thing. You are doing all right, and you don't have to like your job. Your job is only there to help you sustain your family until you can actually just, if you discover that recently it helped me peacefully go to work. And guess what? You can actually also grow out of your career. right? You can actually grow out of your career. You don't you might think like, I love to be a teacher, I went to school for it, I have experience, and then you start to teach. Over the years it changes. Yeah, things, people involved, and then you might think like, oh, I'm so stuck in this job, in this career, because your career is your job, right? It turns into your job because it's earning you money, and you'll be telling yourself, I'm stuck into this job, into this career. What can I do with my life? I want to move forward. All right. So my advice is that you can keep your job. Keep your job because it earns you money, and every human being needs a job to be able to put a roof on their family here, take care of your family. But you can actually change your career. It's not difficult to change your career. So an example of Michelle Callum. Michelle Callum was a writer I came across, and she actually left her career. The career she had was 17 years as a lawyer. All right, and she felt trapped. Many of time, what I'm explaining is may not be for everyone, but people that know what I'm saying. All right, so Michelle Keller was a lawyer for 17 years, and she felt trapped in the cubicle. She felt trapped just sitting at her desk writing stories. She knew there was a greater thing, something higher that God had in her. That was her vocation. That was her calling that she needed to fulfill. Because our calling is actually not with the word. It's something that we feel fulfilled with God and with ourselves, with our higher self. Once you answer to your calling, you feel fulfilled. And guess what? You can actually make your calling your career. You can actually make your calling your job, because our calling is a gift. And what is important point that I wanted to stress is that your calling cannot be taken away from you. All right? Your career can be changed. Your job can be taken away from you, but your calling, that is your vocation, cannot be taken away from you. It is given to you only by God, and no one can take it from you. Right? So, and when we talk about just job, just working, people are working. For example, you learn everything you need to learn, and you travel overseas, for example, and you cannot get a work, a job, a good stable place in that career. You just have to do jobs. You might be get a job in delivering pizza. You might get a job just working in a company doing something different. It's a job. Don't blame yourself. That is not your end. That is not my message here. Is actually to tell you that whatever job you are doing and you are feeling depressed, you are feeling tired, that is not your end. That is my message, to encourage someone. The job you are doing right now that you feel unsatisfied about, it is not the end of your life. It's just temporary. Jobs are not there for you to live, entirely feeling incomplete. You don't have to feel incomplete just doing a job. You are doing the right thing because you are earning money. You can change that. You can save money from that crappy job and be able to pursue your calling, because your job can actually help you to actually get to sponsor. Your job can sponsor your calling, right? Like I'm doing that now. My job, I got a job, I got a career, and your career can become your job. Okay, so my career as a teacher, because I started it, I have experience over the years, because career, that's the definition, over the years, expertise and stuff like that makes a career. So I started that, and bachelor in education and early childhood education as well. So that's my career. But at one point in time, I feel stuck. I feel like this is not where I need to be. I don't want to be in classroom anymore. I want to be free. I want to be out there. I want to speak to people. I want to teach. But I want to teach people life. I want to teach on personal development. You see? So that's how it is. Career, as time goes by, it changes. You evolve as human being. Once you are trying to grow out there, things might change. You may not have interest in what you started, your major. You might want to change it. So you can still have a job. Make sure you are not feeling depressed. You're not feeling terrible because of the kind of job you do. But you can keep your job. You can do a job to be able to sponsor your career or your calling. Now, do everybody know their calling? No. Now, you don't have to blame yourself as well. You might be confused in your mind, but to give you some clarity is that we all don't know. Many a times, Even me, I never even knew my calling for a long, long time. I knew there's something deep inside of me. There was only one thing I was sure of, is that writing. I started writing from small. I love to write, which of course I have not gone published anything, but I know that I'm getting there, and I just love to write. I write articles. I wrote some things, I write stories on my own, but now it's getting better because as time goes by, with the patience and understanding your very self, take some time out, get in a quiet space, look at these questions, because it actually helped me, just an insight into, to inspire you. Just look at these questions, look at these points I made: hobby, jobs, career, vocation, and start to ask yourself, what is my hobby? It will help you actually gain clarity towards your purpose, because once we can actually understand and clearly define the time and what we are spending in our life, we will definitely understand our purpose. And now your calling leads you to your purpose, okay? And once our calling gets us to our purpose, we are fulfilling our higher calling. We are fulfilling our higher self. We are fulfilling this life, this beautiful life that God put us here for. Because you are not just here to just work. You are not just here to just die. All right, you're not just here to just be here. There is a message. There is something inside of you. There is a vocation inside of you, and you can search it, but it takes time. So don't beat yourself up if you still feel confused and don't know what your calling is, because your calling is very important. It is with God. It is with your soul that you feel that. And your job is important. Your hobby is important. Do you know that nowadays people get so busy and carried away that they don't even remember their hobbies? Are you enjoying your life? Are you taking the time to enjoy your hobbies? Like, have fun. Life is fun. Don't just spend all your time on your career. That's boring. Yeah, it's just boring. Just work. No, stop it. Take a time and enjoy your hobbies. Take a time and search deep within. All right, search deep within and find your calling, so that you can proudly and happily pursue it with a focus and determination. I believe that you can find your calling. So right now, if you can, take a pen and paper, write down hobby, job, career, and vocation, my calling. Ask yourself these questions. I came across this book and I was excited because it gave me so much clarity of why I am so obsessed with purpose, why I'm so passionate with seeking abundance, mind, and purpose. All right, so I pray that God help you find your clarity, help you gain clarity and find your purpose, because your calling will lead you to your purpose, and that will make you feel fulfilled. Live a fulfilled life. All right, live a fulfilled life. A life. Do not wait tomorrow when you're dying. Like Les Brown said, dying tomorrow, and all of your calling is sitting around you. Your passion and your purpose is sitting around your bedhead and saying, what did you do with me? I've been here waiting for you, and you did nothing with it. You should have written books. You should have signed up people. You should have been talking to the word, the message I've given you, and you done nothing with it. But I want to encourage you, keep doing you, keep working, keep having a job. Use your job to pursue your career or your goal, or your calling, okay? Your calling is there. There's something deep inside of you. God has placed that thing. It's with you in the universe. It's not with anyone. Our career is with the word, all right? How we want to see ourselves with the word, interacting with the word. Guess what? Your career can fail you because you might be in a discipline that my past, okay? People don't need it anymore, because that's what career is for. It's an interaction with the word. So there'll be a time where maybe that career might fail. Robots might take over your career. And what do? You have to find another one. So it's very important to find your calling. It's very important to seek deep and know what's your calling and try to pursue your calling. You don't have to do it for money right now, but your calling can eventually get you to where you want to be in life. God bless you, and I hope this was insightful. This is my first video, by the way, live video on Go Forward, Fearless Go-Getter. And I would say, go forward, live on purpose. This is your girl, CJL. God bless you, and hope to do another video soon. You can check out my YouTube YouTube page as well. I'm going to send this video to YouTube, and I hope I'll be doing more because this is my calling. I'm doing it because I feel fulfilled, all right? It helps you feel fulfilled. Your calling gets you to your purpose. God bless you.